grew up away from the ranch. Where did you grow up?
Dad was in the Navy and had a career in the Navy, but he would transfer from coast to coast about every other year, and so we always stopped in Imperial on the way across the country. So it seems like even when we were growing up, I spent a lot of time here and lived here one period for several months when Dad was first transferred to Guam right after the war.
How old were you?
About 3 or 4. And then starting in about my 8th grade year, I began to work on the ranch each summer, and I worked out here every summer with the exception of one summer that we were overseas when Dad was stationed in Madrid, Spain.
Was that a pretty cushy summer job?
Yeah, kind of. Although Bud was a remarkable man to work with. Cushy. We were up at 5, you know, we'd work until 8 or 9 at night. And I stayed in the little bunkhouse all through those summers. I don't know if you've seen it down at the... I've looked at it now, it's so small, I can't imagine I stayed in there, but I did. Mary was... They lived in the big house, and Mary was in charge of not only me, but other summer people that would come.
What were kind of some of the hardest things you had to do in terms of work, and things you remember being tough?
Well, the one thing I didn't like at all was moving the last of the wheat in the grain bin up from where we would blow it in over the top, get in there with a shovel, put a bandana around my face, keep it wet, and I'd have to shovel that wheat up from where it would blow in up into the back corner so that we could fill up the bin. And Bud was pretty insistent that we get every last grain of wheat in there we could. So that was probably the most difficult thing that I did. I'd drive the trucks from the field into town or blow it up into the bin and then take a truck back out and pick up some more wheat. And then we do an awful lot of summer cutting and stacking of hay. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed all the summers I spent out here.
Do you think, is it important to you, other than, you know, it's probably for none of us, it's not the financial center of our universe or anything, but still, is it, for other reasons, is it important to you that this is in the family, that this is a part of your...
Well, to give you an idea, yeah, very important, to answer your question. It's a place that when I was growing up and Dad was transferring all the time from one station to another, it was home. It was the only place that I could say I came from. And I don't know whether the folks out here realize that, but for me, it was the only place that was a constant. And Mark, my son, worked here last summer for 3 weeks with Jeff and is coming out this summer. We'll be working for 6 or 7 weeks, kind of doing what I did. And I kind of did what Bud has done. I mean, it's something that the people in this family have in common. And we're passing it on now to new generations as they're growing up, having some contact with this ranch and farming operation, I think is special.
Now, Sherman McCoy, you know, kind of left this legacy of the land here. What about the people legacy? Do you think that that's remarkable in any way, his descendants? Of course, you're one of them.
I'm not at all remarkable.
But as a group of people.
Oh, I think so, and I think I can't. You know, I don't know whether you can really separate the land from the people. Your question assumes you can do that. I don't think so. I think that the strength in this family, their generosity, their sensitivity, their patience, which is common among all of the members of the family that have spent any time out here or grew up here, comes from knowing that it is theirs. It's paid for. It's 100 years in the family, and the people who have touched this place over the years and who developed the confidence and the character that comes from knowing that they have a place to go to. As they keep in touch and work together, the members of the family tend to reinforce themselves the same way. So it is ultimately the people that is the special thing about it. Obviously it's the people, it's not the dirt. But, it's not easy dirt to work, and so the folks are...
So you've really touched upon the next generation. You talked about your son. How about your daughters? Do they feel a special place in their hearts?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. And, Sue and Connie have made that possible for them to feel just as comfortable here as Mark. It's not a man's world out here anymore. It's everybody's world, and women work just as hard as the men do, and of course Mary always has, and Babs. Yeah, they feel pretty comfortable out here.
So you can work on a ranch this summer?
Yeah, I worked here last summer for about a month and a half, or about a month. No, it was pretty fun. I just drove tractors and water skied and stuff. It was pretty cool. That's about all I did, really.
You have to throw bales of hay around.
No, well, I ran errands, like when tractors broke down, I had to run and get parts and stuff. So it was,
you think it was rougher when your dad worked out here when he was here?
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
So how'd you enjoy the centennial?
It was fun. It was good. It was I was here last year and I didn't actually hold the calves down, but I did this year, so it was pretty fun. It was nice.
Did you learn anything about the old timers like Sherman McCoy?
Well, not really. Not really anything new. No, sure didn't.
Well, thank you. Enjoy your summer.
Yeah.
I wish I had the summer off. You never worked on there?
No, I didn't. No. We were here last year though for the branding, so.
And you did something this year.
Vaccination. I vaccinated a lot of the cows. So I didn't do that last year. I was too scared.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was interesting. It was different.
Do you enjoy having the ranch as something that's like in your family as a heritage?
I do. I like telling my friends about it because a lot of the people, don't get to have this experience, coming out here and on a ranch like this.
And tell us a little bit about yourself. You're in college now, right? You're switching schools?
Yeah, I went to Boston University last year, and I'm going to go to University of Colorado in Boulder this year.
No, I wish you better luck with your football team than they've had.
I know.